gloves time. I'm going to get some of those. For those who like little rubber gloves. Voilà. 1, 2. Ah, now I knew 1 and 2 in Cantonese. No, in Mandarin. What is it? R, I, E, R. I think it's that. I think E is 1 and R is 2. But 1 on the telephone is called something else, because otherwise E and E or something, CA or something like that, it's too similar, so they say something else, but I've not remembered it yet. And I know that when you ask a question in Mandarin, you say ma at the end of the phrase. I've got a CD in the car, I'm listening to it when I'm not listening to the YouTube videos on how to improve my destiny and the ones of billions of other people, because if I go there, they will go there too. As in, because there'll always be people, and wherever my consciousness is, there'll be a lot of other people who will be very happy in this parallel earth. Over there, where there's a big beast with 8 to 12 legs is on its back. Say, don't tickle me, I hate being tickled. And it just cries, being tickled by those humans who have been suffering for destinies. Tickle, tickle, tickle. And when they're bored, someone else goes and comes, tickle, tickle, tickle. Forever till the beast just dies of laughter or something. We don't need the beast, do we? We can look after ourselves. Now. Alors, I've got new chopping boards. Which one shall I use for my fruits? I could have 1 for fruit, 1 for nuts. I was going to keep 1 of those for onion. But actually, I think it's nicer to use it for fruit and nuts, isn't it? It's pure olive from Tunisia. There's a lady at the market who sells things like that. But we don't need that right this minute. First of all, I'm going to show you the banana crushing. So, we've got a recipient here, dish, I put a little end because I've read in a book or somewhere that it was useful for health, but I don't know if it's true. So because it doesn't taste bad, I put it in anyway. And 2. And 3. This one, it's got a little bit of black on it, so I'll remove that with my glove. There. Come. That one has got a little bit as well, but that's not so bad because it's not a crusty one. Alors, the last banana. I'm going to do 4 because that's going to give me a good base for the fruit salad, number 4. You can't see my dish. Allez, you go in there, in the compost. Excuse me, my nose is running. I'm not going to blow it now because I'm busy. I'll blow it the other way. Okay, alors we've got a masher. What we're going to do, we're going to mash the bananas until they are liquid. Before I watched a video by France Guillain, I didn't know that the bananas could crush to liquid. I thought they are starchy, therefore they must remain like a thick puree, but no, not at all. So apparently, according to France Guillain, the reason why we mash the bananas until they are liquid is because it transforms the starch, the sugars, more into protein. I don't know how that's possible. It doesn't make any sense to me, because if something is a sugar, how can it be a protein? But the oxidation apparently does something to the sugars. So even though you won't see it in this video, what we're supposed to do is to mash the banana and then let it rest till it becomes black. But do not be concerned by the blackness, because if you're like me and you can't eat overly ripe bananas that are black because of indigestion, which I get that, I can't eat bananas like that are black. These, like they were there, they were too ripe for me. If I'd eaten them like that, I would have get a repetition of it for the next few hours. So I need to eat them between green and yellow. Can't have any darker than that. But in this case, this doesn't matter. This does not repeat, and I think it's to do with the fact that it's mashed and oxidized. So you see, we've got something already quite runny, but this is not finished, so I'll carry on mashing. Found a masher that's made in England. It's an old one. It's nice, isn't it? It's a proper one. It's not got a thick thing there. I don't understand why they create them thick, like long bloody columns, because then you've got to go and fetch in there to clean it. It's really hassle-like. But this one is thin, as well as being better than my old one, which I've given to a charity shop for someone who hasn't had the happiness of having a proper British made one, which is properly functioning in a common sense way. I do miss that. When things were made in the countries in Europe, they were so much better. Not disposable rubbish, like is made wherever they are made. I will not blame the country, it's not their fault. They're just paid to produce rubbish that breaks very quickly and that you have to buy another one. This is very old. Look at it. It says, I know some of you is curious, isn't it? It's called a Prestige stainless steel made in England. Yes, that's all it says. Prestige with a little hyphen, not a hyphen, apostrophe at the end. So look at what we've got now. Really, that's done enough. We could mash it more if we wanted. But look at this. This is like very runny, a strawberry puree or something. So now, what I'm going to do, because I like my fruit salad to be full of goodness, is I'm going to add certain things to it. First of all, I will add some whole hemp seed. So I'm going to add a good tablespoon, because this is for several meals. Well, meals, I mean breakfast. So I eat that at breakfast every day. I didn't have any today because I didn't have time. So, is that 2 tablespoons of ginger? I like hemp, you know, cannabis plant. full of goodness. So what's going to happen, I've not read about that. She doesn't say of doing that, Franskine, and she just says you leave that like that, leave it to go black, and when it's gone black, you add some oil and some lemon juice. But I do it differently, just because I haven't got time to, you know, chop fruit every day to make a fresh fruit salad. So I make it with full of fruit, and then I eat it within 3 days. So we've got these seeds that's going to soak, and with the enzyme of the banana, it's going to start doing something. Like perhaps even, hopefully, transforming the phytic acid, I hope. So what I've got in here, I've got a mixture of semi-ground flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and sesame seeds. She says we can use a fresh seed, but I prefer to grind it. What I've done, it was ground in a farm where they sell raw milk, and they've also got a flour grinder for those who want to grind their own flours. So I'll put a bit more. Fresh flaxseed is very good in lenians. I can't remember what they do. I think it's something to do with hormones. It's very good for certain things. It's got omega-3 oils. Sesame seed, it's got some, is it the omega-6 or something? But sesame oil is very good for so many things. So sesame in there is good. Again, it's going to soak. The liquid is going to, you know, so maybe sprout it a bit, maybe not. I don't know if the banana, what it does to seeds really. But I'm counting on it to make this into something that's makes the seeds more absorbable and less of what do you call it? The anti-nutrients, which is a phytic acid which the seed produces, so that it's not eaten, it's its defense system. It takes minerals out of the body. For those who eat seeds out of the packet without soaking or without cooking, without processing or fermenting, apparently it decreases bone mass, so it's not good for health. So we should eat the seeds soaked or cooked or chewed a very long time. I suppose that would do the same, but we really have to chew it a long time. I don't know enough. It's just deductions. It's how I like to think. So now we've got the seeds. We put the seeds away. We're going to put some nuts in it. Now I've run out of almonds, haven't I? Yes. I've none in this kitchen. I've got a few tiger nuts, but I don't really want to put them in because they're too hard. You've seen tiger nuts, they're something else in Spanish. They make them into a white drink. These are from Nigeria. And they're very nice. But it doesn't work in that. When I soak them in water, so they're softer. It's nice, but too hard in that. It doesn't soak up like almonds or also nuts do. Normally, oh look, there they are. And you had a few almonds left and a few Brazil nuts. You know these tiger nuts, which are actually like things growing in the ground. They're very high in oils. And it's a plant that it reproduces itself. You can't get rid of it once it's in the ground. You can feed cattle, humans, probably chickens. I've not tried it on the chickens. It's a bit too expensive for chickens. It's very nice. It's nice and soaked. Alors, maintenant, on se rend a few walnuts. got some fresh English walnuts. I've got a special stone I keep under there. Fresh English hazelnuts. It's not from Tesco's. It's from the local farmers market. That's empty. Oh, no, it's not. Oh non! Merde alors. Usually after doing fruit salad, I have to sweep up afterwards. No, I'm not getting the vacuum out because it's too late. Bah. I don't put hazelnuts all the time. It's nice to have some. And walnuts, very high in omega-3. It's a nut that goes rancid very easily. Rancid as in it goes bad. The oil is fragile. Because omega-3 oils, they get rancid easily, just like the linseed oil. That's got a lot of omega-3. So I look at them. See that one? Can you see? Not sure how much you can see. Well, that one's a bit brown looking. It's a bit dark, so I'm going to give it to the birds because I don't mind poisoning the poor birds that haven't done anything. I don't really want it in my breakfast. I'll crush them first and then take them apart. It's good when both sides crush, but that doesn't happen all the time. Often it's just one side that cracks and then the other half I'm left having to painfully try and get the half walnut out, and then usually it breaks in the shell. So then I've got to break the shell more, and then the walnut quarter that was left in there becomes pieces. So it's quite unsatisfying, walnut at times. They've got a funny look. They look like the oil has become tarnished. Some of those. So often I try a piece of the walnut if I think it's nearly fine, but it looks a bit dodgy. I will have a quarter. Then if it's not good, I can spit it out, can't I? That's a good walnut. See, all this rigmarole I have to do every 3 days. That's 19 minutes already. That's not too bad. I've not started the fruit yet. Nor have I touched the nuts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to chop these nuts. It doesn't matter how small. I quite like the larger pieces. Tina, they like to have it a bit smaller. Because it will soak in the water of the fruit and the bananas. It doesn't really have to be too fine. It's just different texture. Again, every nut, from what I heard, except I heard Brazil nuts, not those, but most nuts, they benefit from soaking. I know particularly almonds are delicious when they are soaked. They are so good because they become crunchier, lighter, and much more delicious. Put a piece of meadows as it doesn't want to go anywhere. Needless to say, I'll say it anyway, be careful of the shells if you're doing this. It's not very pleasant to have a piece of walnut shell in the gum or in the teeth. Well, I'm very pleased to be doing this video. I need to do it since weeks. Tina wanted to help me, but we haven't got time to do very much at the moment when they visit. I've done too many walnuts. I might keep some for another day. I could put them all in. See that walnut here is also one that looks greasy on the outside. Look, I'll show you in the light. Maybe you see better if I show you. You see how it's becoming a bit translucent. I'll show you a normal one. See this? And then this. You see how it looks oily? I'll try to turn it around. Okay, you see now. Let's see. This oily, this is not oily. So I'm going to try a bit of the oily one. I tried a minute bit just then. It didn't seem bad. But I don't like the look of it. So I don't know why it does that. It's not oil because it's this year's. Yeah. It's spiky. Yeah, that's not nice. That's a sort of nut. That's, yeah, it's not rancid because I don't taste the flavor of rancid, but it's got something sour as well as bitter. Now, if I try a piece of normal walnut, yeah, that stings in the mouth wherever I've eaten it. Whereas this is sweet, not stingy, and very nice. So yeah, that's not good, the oily ones. Take them out. That oily one. Give that to the birds. Poor birdlets. Allez, let's chop all that. With some of those. Look, I show you. This is starting to change color. I don't know which tray to use, which chopping board. I'm spoiled. See? Can you see it? Look, I remove some of that. You see? Oh no, I can't see. Oh, well, well, it was changing color. Maybe it's just an illusion because of the nuts and seeds. Never mind. We'll pretend it had changed color and it looked really good. How it's going black with oxidation. So, Brazil nuts are high in selenium, I heard. And from what I heard, we don't need many a week or like, is it one a week or one a day? I can't remember. It's something really little to have all the selenium we need. Maybe it's one, I don't know, who cares? One every so often. So I'm putting a lot in here. Probably too many. Now really the almonds are better when they're soaked in water overnight. And then the skin removed. But for this video, we'll call it a day. And we'll do chopping now. Oh no, allez. Oh, it's starting to go on the floor for the mice. I haven't seen traces of a mice, but a mouse. But I keep often I go out and I leave my door open, and then I forget to close it, and then a mouse comes in. But I've not noticed one lately. What there is here is an infection of bloody slugs. There's slugs on the floor at night, on the kitchen floor. I don't know why. They found their way in the house from some tiny hole in the wall somewhere. It didn't start in my side of the house. It started that they went to the dog food next door in the other room. In the utilities, there must be a hole going on to the outside, and they've reproduced in the house. So there's the tigery ones. When I find one, I don't swear at it, but I take it outside. Because tiger slugs are very nice slugs. You know why? It's because they eat all the slugs. They're carnivorous. They're the only slugs that is carnivorous. Well, carnivorous of itself, or cannibalist, I should say. Because we've got a lot of slugs, it's nice not to have too many. You know. So, tigery slugs, it's nice when it goes outside. That's it. Now, I could try and cut one or two, but break one or two. These apricot kernels. Apricot and needs to be some plums, but the plum stones, there's hardly anything in it. They're all dried up and horrible. Whereas these, which are apricot stones, they have a very nice thingy. Oh no, crushed too hard. I've known this name for a long time. It's that vitamin what? You know, I've forgotten so much of what I used to read in my health books. It's a stone. It's got the stuff that's bitter, that's, you know, the poison thing, what's it called? Is it with an E or an H? No, can't remember, never mind. Let's move that. Anyways, there's some doctor in the 30s in America who found out that they're very useful to treat cancer. But then, as soon as his research was put in the open, it was hidden and debunked, and the Americans, or the government, or whoever looks after those things, said the people will not have access to apricot kernels anymore, because pharmaceutical mates who make plenty of money out of the people will not need our expensive medicine I should say, you know, poison. So what is this then? I'm sure there's an E in it. So these things, this compound, which one of you knows the name of, I know it, I can hear it. You shouldn't need too much of it, because a bitter almond flavor, if you eat too much of it, it's like anything, it will make you sick. But for those trying to treat the tumors, it's useful to have some. I just like them. They're the same in if you eat apple pips, they taste like that. Cyanide, that's it. Cyanide. So this is not cyanide only as a thing, it's cyanide something else. As in, it's got all the compounds in it, because it's not been isolated in a lab to make it a true poison. It's in a nature form. I've eaten apricot kernels since I've read that book in my 20s. We used to be able to buy them in England, but now they seem to be forbidden. And the last time I bought apricot kernel powder on eBay, it tasted of nothing. So what I'm guessing is it is forbidden. I should really look it up. But it's not allowed to be sold. So, which is what they've made it illegal in America. To protect the people from poisoning themselves. But we don't mind giving them loads of shit foods full of cancer-causing e-numbers and all sorts. Oh no, that's fine, because that's industrials and we get a bit of money from the industrials, don't we? If we are at the top. But no, we can't let the people have natural products like this, which in the fruit salad. I don't put it every time because that's all I've got left from the summer. I've had to buy a lot of apricots to have all those in. So now we mix all that. See, this is full of goodness. And now I'm going to put a couple of lemon juices in it. Lemon, 1. Lemon 2. Oh no, I've eaten too much. If you want to be posh, you can use a lemon squeezer. I've got one in the cupboard, I could use it. The advantage with a lemon squeezer is that the pips, they stay on the side. Let's do it flat. Alors, 1/2. Why I put a lot of lemon juice is as well because the juice of it will help soak all these seeds. So of course we've got an acid now, so that will have a different reaction to all the seeds. Before it was the banana enzymes that was going to eat it up or do whatever, transform the nutrients of the seeds, but now it's a lemon juice. So I don't know what happens. That's part of the original recipe, lemon juice and olive oil in banana, mashed banana. But the seeds and nuts, she says you put them on top when you eat. But I don't agree with that because, what's his name? I heard his name last night. The man who went around the world was a dentist. Price Foundation. Yeah, Price. Yeah. Yeah, he went around and watched people eating and they had good teeth and watched what they were eating. And a lot of the indigenous, real people, I should call them, not depraved by Western society, they fermented or processed a lot of the seeds before eating them. It's him who talks about the anti-nutrients contained in the fruit and nuts, not the fruit, the seeds rather, and how eating like too much sunflower without soaking it, without fermenting it or what, damages teeth, enamel. I don't know, but he's very interesting, Mr. Price. Because if you look at his findings and the people who have good teeth and how their teeth changed after the introduction of Western types of foods, as in fried foods, sweets, burgers, the McDonald's of the world, going over there and corrupting them with their shit, which isn't even food. Voila. So we've got a lot of lemon juice now. I'll remove this now and do it with a spoon. Oh no! My hair is saying go to bed. I like to use a wooden spoon, even though it's been mashed with metal. So I stir the lemon in. That oddly doesn't stop the banana from going black. So it does stop things like avocados going black. It must be a different, I don't know, different whatever. So we're going to put some olive oil in that. Olive oil, you can, according to Madame Guillain, you can put any oil you like. She even recommends using Oivo colza oil, which is a rapeseed, which the Americans call canola, apparently because they don't like the idea of it being called rapeseed. Bloody hell, with the Epsteins of this world, you think calling a plant rapeseed wouldn't be so bad. Deal with your Epstein, we'll see after the bloody calling plants other names. Canola, when I heard how toxic canola was, in health books, I thought, what the fuck is that horrible thing? Good job we don't have that in Europe. And then I learned it was rapeseed, and I thought, shit, we are poisoning ourselves in Europe with that genetically modified or heavily sprayed rapeseed. And I don't have rapeseed in my cupboard. I don't like it. We used to eat it in France. My mother used to be sick, and she used to tell us, and at the time I thought, oh, she's just exaggerating, that oils are processed with petrochemical products, which are then residues are left in there of the petrochemical products, which is very not good, is it? Very not good at all. No, it used to make her sick, oil, and she couldn't even stand olive oil. She would pull a face at all. I guess she had liver problems. She did die of cancer in the end. So, yeah, today I ate 2 packets of lentil chips fried in rapeseed oil. 80 grams each. That's 160 grams of lentil crisps. I don't know how much trans fat that is. It's not good, is it? No. And I go through periods like that. I eat junk food. But then I get put off it. I don't want to eat it for ages, so I've bought those. It was on offer at Sainsbury's when I went to buy. What did I? No, I went to Morrison's and I saw it on offer. It was £2.50 for 5 little packets of, miniature packets. There's nothing much in it, 80 grams. But I've had them in the car, and today I was bored and tired, and I ate 2. I was not proud of myself, but I've got 1 more packet to eat, and then hopefully I will not be tempted by junk foods anymore for ages, because I will have had a fix of nasty chemical stuff. So after listening earlier, I was listening to a video on YouTube about nasty trans fats and fake butters that you can find in the UK, like all the spreadable butters. I don't call that butter at all. To me, it's a spread. It's not a butter. Well, they were talking about how the rapeseed oil is really bad for you, for us humans. How it's carcinogenic in some places if it's heated. And same as, I didn't know that, same as the palm oil. Apparently that's carcinogenic if it's heated up, but then I think anything heated up to buggery is going to be carcinogenic. But I didn't know. I thought palm oil was alright, other than it deforests everywhere. And it's not good for nature. But I thought that because it was an oil that was hard at room temperature, that it was alright to eat it because they couldn't transform it very much. Or they wouldn't bother transforming it very much. I've seen palm oil in Indian shops. They do sell it. You see these blocks of caramel caramel sort of looking stuff. I've never bought any because I smelt it and I thought I don't like it. It's unrefined oil that they sell in there. I don't know what they use it for. But it can't be that bad in that state unless it's got moldy or it's been sprayed by weed killers. So I've put the olive oil. Normally I would also put some extra flaxseed oil or any other natural cold pressed oil, but I haven't got any. So that is it for the nuts. Now we've got the fruit. So I haven't got many fruit today to put in. It's 10 o'clock already, I've done nothing today. So we do not put any citrus fruit other than the lemon. But what I'm going to put today is a pear. Shall I put 2 pears because I've got very little fruit. A pear, an apple, an organic Sharon fruit. So I'm going to wash all those because I'm going to use the skin of the kaki Sharon fruit. Life is dangerous, isn't it? Right, I don't know what you can see. You can't see. Oh, that's better. Oh, this wide angle is excellent. If I look closely, do I look weird, don't I? No, it just looks like I need a hairbrush. That's all. All right, so we put that back here. My mix of banana. We'll start with this one. I could have started with the non-wet ones, really. This is the last of the last 2 Sharon fruit, kaki persimmons from Spain, organic. So I'm going to use the skin because if it's organic, it's half holy, so I'm happy with that. I love Sharon fruits, wonderful fruits. Oh, they're nice. So I'm going to cut them quite small. I don't want them too big. No, I don't want to cut on this nice wood. It seems such a shame for the wood. No, it's so pretty looking. Lady told me that it's one of the hardest woods, olive wood. So it shouldn't take too many marks if I don't do it too hard. Come on, get on. Please, I want to go upstairs and do some... what did I want to do upstairs? I wanted to do some homeopathy. Not had time. I've got the taste of the cyanide stone. It's nice. I've always enjoyed bitter almond very much. And when I read it was useful for health, that was it. Do you know, one thing is we are Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday, and I should really be doing an exclusive tier live stream. But I've not warned anyone, so I better not do it tomorrow. Oh, right. Let's be common sense and mix that into the pot of banana. Then we can do this. I'll put the pear seeds, but the pear seeds, they never taste of bitter almond, even though it's the same family than the apples. the apricot and peaches and roses and whatever else it's a family of, which I forget. I'll probably just put one there. I don't want to put two. So what we've got to keep in mind is this fruit, they produce more juice as they deteriorate in the banana compound. But that the seeds soak a lot of it with the nuts. So some of it is absorbed. So all is well, really. Now, there's my little favorites, the little pips there. So I'll cut them, chop them very finely. Because then this fruit salad will have extra cyanide in it. B1? No, it's not B1 at all. No, it's something... It's a vitamin name that the man in America recognized. And then when I searched on the search engine, you know, the one we all look on, or many of us do, it said, this is a erroneous whatever, there's not such a vitamin, it doesn't exist, and those seeds are very dangerous. Anything it says is very dangerous is good for health. Anything they say is good for health is dangerous, isn't it? We're getting to that point where I can't trust what I read on a computer. I can trust it if it's a conspiracy, that someone's got an agenda somewhere. I can't trust it if it's something about food, because they want to eradicate us. I'm sure of that. But no, because the big beast with 12 legs will be on its back saying, don't tickle me, don't tickle me. I'm so powerless. Yes, you're big and powerless, aren't you now? What did you mean about depopulation? No, there's enough for everyone if we share it. So you go in your jet and start throwing us bags of gold into the clouds to render back to the atmosphere what you have stolen to it, to clean it up. It's what Bashar said, to clean our atmospheres and the chemtrails that have been sprayed in it. All we need is atomized gold to put back into it, which is what the aliens, the Anunnaki, wanted for their own planet, which is why they were looking for a planet with gold. So they wanted the gold, they fiddled with the humans, they would become a slave race for a bit, mine the gold for them. And then they would take it away and put it in their planet atmosphere to stop the harmfulness of their sun. But then the sun is not harmful as long as it's got the right sort of atmosphere in it, going through it. No, not going through it. Coming through. Something like that. Whatever. So your gold, let's atomize it and put it up there. As a big beast will do that, say, don't tickle me, I'm so powerless. Yes, Billy Goat. Yes, Billy. What have you been doing in India and in Africa? Saving people, have you? Oh, you're such a humanity lover. Oh, I'm so grateful to know you, Billy, because if it wasn't for you, it would be someone even more idiotic than you. Oh, bless you, Billy. I love you very much. I love Billy Gates. He's lovely, isn't he? Yeah, blessings to you, mate. Yes, don't forget to look from your other side of the face sometimes, because we know that you like to show a certain side and you can't help yourself. Maybe you could teach your clones to show us the other side of the face, so we think you're a bit more normal than you try to appear. No? Poor Billy, he's my favorite Scapegoat. He's awful, Billy. Not as awful as me. So I'm putting avocado in. I don't think I'll put this one in. That's the custard apple. I don't know. I don't think I can be bothered. Because also, if I put that in, I've got to eat all the seeds, and I'm not in the mood to eating because my stomach is full. So I will leave that. You won't see me cutting into the custard apple. For the moment, there will just be persimmon, apple, pear, and avocado in the salad. Voila. Yeah, because I'm really full. I hope I'll be able to do a bit of homeopathy homework upstairs. Not read another Barbara Cartler. Voila. Now we haven't got very much salad. What I could do is I could put that pineapple in it. Now the pineapple is going to make a lot of juice, huge amount. No, I've not done my little what's it there? Oof, my little one. There, so make that as small as possible. Little apple pips. There's so many apples I don't have pips because they've been taken off the tree too soon, so the pips haven't had time to grow. Now there's a lot I say in this video which is very naughty because it's not approved by the people who want to save our lives at the top. Well, they think they're at the top, actually they're all under us. Oh, don't run away. This is how to chop those little seeds. I know we are in a time where we don't really have freedom of expression because things are deleted off the internet and banned and all that, but I still think it could be worse. And it was certainly worse during COVID. Some of you will agree with me on that one. Some of you remember posting warning messages to people online. Messages being removed in the next few seconds. The same if you talk about climate one nowadays. But they're trembling. The big fat beast is trembling. It's like that. It's trying to pretend it's at the top, but it's sinking big time. Now let's see. You know what? I won't put that either because that doesn't look very ripe. The tail doesn't come off. So it's all wrinkled. It doesn't look very good, does it? Poor thing. Poor thing. Poor thing. There you are. You wanted to stay on your tree longer, didn't you, on your little plant? Thank you for the person who has harvested you and grown you with care. Thank you. May one day you be sold at gold price because you deserve it, because you're beautiful fruit. Oh, I know what I could have put in there. The thing is, I don't know if it will be good or not. I bought some pomegranates the other day and opened one. It was amazing. I opened another one. It's not very nice. So I'll open this one. Yeah, we'll see if it's a nice one. If it's not a nice one, I'll have to give it to the chickens. Because, no, it's a good one. Because some are very not nice. Very not nice at all. No, I think it's a good one. Let's try it. Good as in, I like the pomegranates with a seeds that are very light in color. I don't like the dark ones. So here I've opened that one. You can see the light. It's dark, 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 dark. A beautiful color. It's like the ones you find in the supermarket that are ready, you know, ready done in little plastic pots. Just to put a bit more microplastic in your food chain. Our food chain, I should say. So this one, yes. Well, I know it's not in the best state because it's turning. But you see the difference? Can you see the difference? It's turning because it's going slightly brown. So it's not the best. But the grains that are nice, they're very pink. Rather than being dark red wine color. And why I like these ones better, I said I was full, didn't I? Because these are less sour. If I eat one of those, so the dark ones, it's alright actually. I've not tried that one. It's not bad. Well, normally the lighter pink ones are less sour. So I will put a few. Yeah. I don't really want to put the trouble ones. Oh. Just because it will stay 3 days in there. When they start going off, they go that funny color. Well, never mind, never mind. They're not bad, are they? Because Madame Guillain, the one of this recipe, she says the more different fruit you put, you don't have to put lots, like huge amounts of, but the more different types of fruit, the healthier the recipe is. Because the different fruit will bring different qualities. But I'm sure some people, some of us would say, this is not healthy because it's too much sugar for the body. And I'm sure they've got a point. But personally, this for breakfast, it's wonderful for me. It works with my body type at this time, at this moment in my life. Absolutely brilliantly. It feels so good. So I do it. Try it. May work for you, may not. It doesn't have to be a new religion, does it? No. The chickens love these. They're chicken-sized bite, aren't they? That's a shame it's a bit past. Oh, and they are going on the floor. There's naughty seeds. Right, that's going in the recycling. Compost. The apple core, I could keep it for the chickens really, rather than the worms. The worms, they don't need it, do they? They've had carrots tonight. I've had new Morino worms, Morilo maybe they're called. So you go back over there. You can stay up here. We'll rinse the knife because otherwise something will rust. I'm bound to have touched something sour with it. It's not too bad, the flour. I think I'll leave it till the morning. Go in the pot with a mouse. I saw there's a mouse in the compost outside. I saw it the other day. It looks a strange shape. It's sort of, it's like that sort of shape. I saw it. I don't know what it was. It wasn't like, you know, a mouse normally like that. That's a sort of flat bottom, flat back. It scurried off when I came in. Chuck things on it. It's obviously finding a few bits. But not enough for the rats. As long as it's not the rats, I don't mind the mice. Oh, not on my jumper, please. Voila, we clean a bit, because it was clean before we started, so we should leave it as we found it. To be polite. And then we've got the fruit salad for tomorrow breakfast. Oh, crunch. I'll be swearing tomorrow morning with all the stuff on the floor. Crunch, crunch. Et voilà, the fruit salad. Do you know, all this effort, and I've only got this. Normally, the pot is like that, and I give Mr. B like a good pot full of it. There's so little, there's hardly enough for 3 days there. Maybe I should put the big thing over there in the lounge, so it ripens a bit. Oh, I know what I had in the lounge. What was that? Kiwi fruit. Oh no, I've got a rotten apple. Well, maybe rotten apple. But the kiwi fruit are as unripe as ever. I've got some beautiful kiwi fruit. These things, in a dabble. They're gorgeous. But they're hard. I've put them with bananas and apple. And it's rotten the apple, and the kiwi fruit is bloody hard, like stone. I'm not buying those bloody things again. Every time I buy them, they're hard and they don't ripen, they just shrivel. And they're sour, like that. Both, it's all I can say. Never mind. Voila. So the chickens, they can have that tomorrow. Maybe they shouldn't have the rotten part, but I'm not sure how much they're bothered by that. Don't really like to give them rotten. No, they don't need rotten. They can have the rest. There's a nice seed in it. The chickens, you tell them it's cyanide, they don't care, they love it. The chickens, they love the black seeds of the apples. Yeah, it is a bit not so good that. I can't believe how rotten it's become, just to be with a banana and the bloody unripe kiwi. Oh, look at it. Nice. I leave it for the chickens, it does them good. Allez, allez, hop, on y va. Now I better take my homeopathy books upstairs, really. Voilà. 1 hour! Oh. Yes, it does take that long to make my fruit salad. Voilà. Allez, toi, hop, Olivier. Hop, hop. Voilà. On a fini, and that goes in the fridge. Mind, I could leave it outside. Yeah, leave it outside. Voilà. You've seen it all now. An hour. Takes time to eat well, doesn't it? It takes as long to go to the fast food shop. Drive there, come back with some burger, eat it, and prepare it in the plate. Yeah, it takes as long. So this is also very good. Oh, give that to the ones. They like the Sharon fruit.